We are under a red flag situation after 23 of 82 laps here at the Zippo 200 at the Glen after a 10-car pileup right at the beginning of the S's. And you're looking at what's left of Billy Johnson's City Financial Ford as there is the list of everybody involved. Boris Said, Brendan Gaughan, Colin Brown, Jason Leffler, Alex Kennedy, Justin Allgaier, Tony Raines, Billy Johnson, Trevor Bayne, and Victor Gonzalez Jr.
Not sure they have enough records for all those cars.
It's going to take us a little time to get this cleaned up. All right, let's take another look from high above. We thought the problem was going to be about 12 rows back.
Yeah, Jason Leffler there on the right side of your screen. He was running 7th right then going down into that corner, but he tries to get back in and clips the 16 car just in the left rear. And that creates a huge mess.
And there's all the cars piling in after Harvick gets stopped.
You can see the 6 actually dodge Kevin Harvick to then not be able to slow down.
Watch this guy right here. This photographer says, whoa, I don't want a shot that close.
Yeah, I think staying back behind that fence might be his better option from here on out.
Well, we showed you how Joe Nemechek made a great set of moves to get through this unscathed. How about we go on board with Stephen Wallace? Now Colin Brown's right in front of him, and here's Leffler.
Dig hard, keep coming. Come on, 7 still
right
inside.
there where you can see
Clear
Leffler.
behind the 7 if you need it quick.
Stephen might have got a little right front damage on his
Get
car.
behind you, big wreck behind you. Keep digging here, keep digging.
Unfortunately, teammate Brendan Gaughan not as fortunate. He got jacked up along with Boris Said in this whole deal. And you can see that the cleanup continues down in turn 2 as they and you can see that the guardrail on both sides. There's literally no place for you to go there if it happens in that area.
No, starting from that point until you reach the back straightaway, that is very narrow area, and if something does happen, you just don't have any room to avoid.
Cars are accelerating off of turn 1 downhill, so they're picking up speed rapidly. You can see by that crash just how fast they were going by that point.
Well, and you can see that Brendan Gaughan is back under his own power as he is trying to work his way.
Nothing's leaking. We need to open all the grill and all the brakes, okay, guys? All the grill and all the brakes. We're not going to have any top grill.
Nothing's leaking now, but I'm not sure if there's anything left in that radiator too, possibly. Maybe it didn't get it, but
we'll
have your rear end tracking.
Just making sure NASCAR knows the official told me to skip the bus stop.
Well, Brendan making his way around, and he had his 4th DNF due to a crash last week at Iowa. And while we're watching all the repairs going on, let's check in over at the Infield Care Center. Vince?
With one of those Roush drivers, Billy Johnson, and well, what happened from your perspective?
Well, I was in the back from a spin earlier on, and then we pitted again on that second time just to get fuel and tires to try to play the strategy off of the lemons that we got. On that restart was in the back and was 3 wide coming around turn 1 and was trying to get out of that situation. And as soon as my spotter was making sure I was clear of that situation, everyone was stopped in front of us and just couldn't get the car stopped quite in time, and was unfortunately part of it.
A disappointing end of the day for the 6, Marty. Thank you.
Disappointing day for a lot of guys. That's what's left of the City Financial Ford as one of the wreckers hauls it back up the hill towards the garage area.
It's a tough break for Justin Allgaier. He's 4th in points, and the 99 car of Trevor Bayne, he was also 8th in points, so it's kind of a big blow for those cars.
Yeah, and I was really wanting to see how Billy Johnson was going to do in this City Financial Ford today. I mean, he's a great road racer, and see how he adapted to this style of racing. So, unfortunately, didn't get to see him as long as we wanted to.
Well, remember also, 2nd place in the points, Carl Edwards is off as they are trying to make repairs on that car. Right now, it could be a huge day. There is Carl. He's watching everything on a monitor. He's 336 points behind as of right now. Brad Keselowski, who is running in 4th, could be a big day for him in his quest for this championship. Vince, let's send it your way again.
Well, frustrating finish for Justin Allgaier coming into this 4th in points, and I know that the road racing isn't your strong point, but you felt like you guys were going to be able to make some headway today. What happened?
Unfortunately, I don't know. You know, I just saw the 38 get out of shape up there going into or coming out of 1, and knew that it was probably going to end up being more than I wanted to see, but unfortunately came back across the racetrack and we were right there. it's just a shame for these Verizon Dodge guys, because I feel like our pit strategy was right on par with where we needed to be at, and the car was running really well. So we'll just have to wait to see what we can get fixed and try to get back out there. There's 60 laps or so left to go, so hopefully we can make up some of the ground and not lose too many points to third.
We're going to take a look at it, what it looked like from your onboard, but from your perspective, anything at all that could have been done out there by anyone to avoid what happened today?
Unfortunately, somebody got out of shape, and right here, he kind of comes back across the racetrack, and unfortunately, there's just nowhere to go, and it's so tight right there going into 2 that you just kind of at the mercy of everybody else, making sure that nobody gets bottled up and blocks the whole racetrack. And unfortunately, that's what happened, and we ended up paying the price for it.
Staying out of everybody else's mess, half the battle here at Watkins Glen so far today, guys.
And the road courses have been tough on Justin Allgaier. He finished 35th back at Road America, a total of 20 laps down. And he had completed every lap prior to that, entering that event. Stay with us. Coming back.